Super. Well, welcome, guys. I am super excited about this practice. I'm very happy to see everybody that's on here. And Radar was here, but now he's gone to the other soft spot in the room. So he may make a guest appearance again. Um, for this session, I do again want to start on our back so that we're focusing on our breathing. So if you guys want to go ahead and lay flat on your back. And one of the important things is while when you're laying down here, focusing on keeping your back flat against the mat. So you're tucking your tailbone just a tiny bit here so that your lower abdomen is actually still engaged. And then while you're here, we're going to go ahead and put your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest so that you can start to focus on your breath work. On your inhale, you're going to feel your stomach rising and filling, and then your chest filling and expanding. And on your exhale, you'll feel your chest lowering and contracting, and then your belly contracting towards your spine. So we're going to begin with just focusing on the breath. On your inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 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 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And continue with your breath. And on your next inhale, you're going to follow that with an open mouth and sigh it out like you're trying to fog a mirror. So you're going to inhale and then exhale if you're trying to fog a mirror. And then you're going to continue. And on your next exhale, you're going to try to have that same feeling through your nose. So you inhale and then exhale. Very good. This is how we start to begin our ujjayi breath. And as you're breathing, you feel a slight constriction in the back of your throat. And you probably hear your breath here. And it sounds a little bit like ocean waves. Very good. And in this place, you set an intention for your practice. So on your inhale, you're going to think, I am. And your exhale, whatever that intention might be. It could be flexible, to laugh at yourself, to get into crow. Not crow, just kidding. And so on your inhale, I am. And your exhale, whatever your intention is. Very good. Super. On your inhale, draw your knees up to the ceiling with your feet flat on the ground. Super. And on your inhale, you're going to keep your right knee bent and just lift your shin parallel to the ground. Just your right leg. And then lower. And you're then going to do your left leg. Inhale, lift the shin. Foot engaged. Exhale, lower. Very good. And here, tucking your tailbone and keeping your lower core engaged. So that as you lift your right leg on your inhale and you exhale lower, you're immediately getting stabilized by your core. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg. Nice and slow. Exhale, lower. Very good. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. Very good. Inhale, right. Again, keep that tailbone engaged. Exhale, lower. Good. Left one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Very good. Now, keeping your feet flat on the ground and your knees bent, you're going to take your arms and they're going to start out with your palms up, and then you're going to act like you're making a snow angel as a child. So you're going to take your arms wide, inhale, 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 and all the way up as far as you can. And you're trying to keep your fingertips on the ground and then exhale, lower back down very slowly. So we're starting to engage your shoulders. Now we're trying to see if we can keep our back flat. Inhale, core engaged, arms nice and long, finding length in your spine. Exhale, lower. Very good. Inhale. It's like you're swimming, sort of, in the slowest pudding ever. Very slow here. Very good. Exhaling for your lower. Inhale, open. And exhale, lower. Very good. And just do two more like that. Slowly waking up our arms. Inhale, open. Back engaged, flat on the ground. Core nice and tight. And exhale to lower. Very good. We'll do one more. Inhale, stretching out. Keeping your fingertips dragging on the ground. Exhale, lower. Super. Now you're going to inhale your way into your right side and slowly come to a seated position. Super. I'm going to play with our shoulders a little bit more. We introduced this last week. Good. Very good, guys. Your next inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, you're going to twist to the right with your left hand on your right knee. On your inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, twist a little deeper, drawing that right shoulder back. Inhale up. Exhale deeper. Very good. Inhale, both arms up to the center again. And exhale, twisting to the left. Super. Very good. Inhale, lengthen the spine, top of the head. Exhale, twist a little deeper, bring your left shoulder back. Inhale up. Exhale, deepen. Inhale up. So just a little bit of micro movements here. And exhale, deepen that twist. Very good. Inhale up. And exhale, deepen. Super. You're going to inhale back up to the center. You're going to exhale, plant your hands behind you. And on your inhale, you're going to sit deep into the sit bones, plant your fingers, inhale, and just open that chest a little bit. So a tiny bit of a back bend feeling. You're just opening your chest, drawing your elbows behind you, but keeping your sit bones down, right? So inhale, draw back, head can come back if it's comfortable. Exhale, come forward and tall. Inhale, draw it back, shoulders engaged. exhale back. Inhale, open and lifting your heart. Exhale back forward. Very good. Inhale, open one more. That's it. Exhale forward. Super. And from here, you're going to come into a tabletop. So you're going to swing your knees back behind you. Very good. So your hands are going to stack under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. And we're going to do a couple cat-cows. So to start, you're going to lift your head on your inhale, lift your tailbone. Exhale, roll your spine and push down on the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round it out. Very good. Inhale, lift. Heart open. Exhale, round it out. Super. Now we're going to actually do a little thing called, I don't know if it's called wag the dog, but it's what I think of. So you're going to take your tailbone, you're just going to, like you have a little tail, and you're going to point your tail to the right. So your hips are just going to wag your tail to the right, and then you're going to bring it back to center, and you're going to wag your tail to the left. Very good. And back to center. You're going to wag your tail to the right, and back to center, and wag your tail left. Super. And back to center. Now you're going to wag your tail right and look back at your right hip. Very good. Back to center. Now wag your tail left and look at your left hip. Super. Very good. Same thing. Tail to the right. Look right. Very good. Back to center. Wag your tail left and look left. Very good. And back to center. And one more cat cow. Inhale, lift and arch. Tailbone and head. Exhale back down. Super. Now you're going to take your upper body. Inhale, come forward just a little. Exhale, start to roll a big circle to the right and back down. Inhale, bring your circle back up. Exhale, your circle back to your hips. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, bring it back. Very good. Switch direction. Inhale, forward, up to the right. Exhale, bring it back left. Super. Inhale, forward to the right. Exhale, bring it back. Very good. One more to the right. Good job, guys. Exhale, bring it back. Super. You're coming to a neutral spine. And you're going to bring your knees under you and sit on your heels for a second. We're going to give a little love to our wrists because that might have put a little pressure on them. So you're going to take your wrists with your palm side up. And now you're going to rotate your wrists, but your palms have to stay facing up. Very good. And rotate in the other direction. Ooh, I turned one. Super. Very good. Now you're going to shake those out a little bit. You can take one hand or the other, just kind of roll it around. And then bring your hands back to your tabletop. And you can turn your palms the other direction just to kind of stretching this little section right here, which could be a little bit sore. So instead of your palm down, the top of your hand is going to be on the mat, your fingers pointing back to you. And that you can take whatever little movement feels good or however, whatever works for you there. For me, just a little bit puts quite a bit of feel on my arms. So, and then back. There you go. And then just kind of roll up to your fingertips and back down. Roll it up to your fingertips and back down. Very good. Roll up. Super. My fingers are cracking. I don't think you guys can hear that. And up one more and back down. Super. Good. From here, you're going to tuck your back toes and prepare. So nice and stable here. On your inhales, nice and strong, lengthen. Your exhale, pushing back down to down dog. And this is our first time in down dog today. So, feel free to bend one knee, bend the other really deeply. Start to say good morning to those backs of your calves, your hamstrings, and your hips. Very good. When you're here in down dog, it's going to feel a little bit like you are trying to shoot your hip behind you. Your core is super engaged, and your chest is reaching back to your thighs. Very good. And coming back to your breath. Super. Now, eyes gaze. I lost that earbud. Your eyes gaze to your hands, and you're going to slowly walk your feet to meet your hands. And this will put you into a forward fold. So nice and draped over your thighs, your head and neck is relaxed. You can go ahead and grab your elbows, have a little bend in your knees, kind of ragdoll left and right. Super. Very good, guys. And on your next inhale, hands come to your shin, and you're going to halfway lift, finding length in your spine. And exhale, lower back to forward fold. Very good. And we're going to repeat that. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Very good. Oh, one more. It just feels good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Very good, guys. Now you're going to uncurl yourself very slowly, inhaling one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to standing, but very slowly. Very, very slowly. And now we're coming into mountain pose. And mountain pose will be where your feet are grounding down into the mat. You have 4 points in your foot, so the inside of the ball of your foot, outside of the ball of your foot, inside of your heel, and your outside of the heel, all pressing down to your toes, like gripping a tiny bit. It's active. You feel like you're lifting your thighs, lifting your kneecaps. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Core is engaged. Nice and tall here. Find some lift and palms spin forward. It's a great open feeling. Super. Your next inhale, your arms are going to come nice and wide and up. And then exhale your arms back down. Inhale up and open. And exhale your arms back down. Very good. You're going to inhale up, and you're going to take your right hand and grab your left wrist and stretch over to that right side, opening that side body. I'm feeling a couple breaths here. Very good. And on your next exhale, back to center, and you're going to switch your grip. So take your left wrist, your left hand to your right wrist. You're going to pull over to your left side. And a few breaths here. The core is engaged. Your gaze can be up or down, depending on your neck, and just feeling that right side body open. And a little more stretch on your next inhale, and exhale back to center. Very good. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Super. On your next inhale, you're going to take your right foot and you're going to come up onto your toes. And then you're going to step that right foot back into a low lunge. Really good, guys. So that right leg is nice and strong, like your heel's pushing out against the back wall. Your front leg is bent with your knee stacked over your ankle, super strong here. You're starting to feel this in your right hip, most likely. You're going to take your inhale, stretch up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Very good. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, cactus. Super job, guys. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Very good. Inhale, one more up. And then exhale, you're going to windmill your arms down to the mat so they're on either side of your front foot. Super. Now from here, you're gonna take your right arm, keep it on the mat, and you're gonna slowly peel your left arm up and away. So we're getting right to it. Good job, guys. Really like this side twist. And then exhale, lower. Very good. Ground down into your hands, nice and strong your back leg, and you're gonna move that leg back into plank. So our push-up position. Very good. And from here, bringing your knees down to the ground. Super. Now, where you are, you're just gonna shoot your hips back so that they're above your knees, and then walk your hands out into puppy position. So you can see how this is like kind of a halfway down dog, which is why I would assume that it's called puppy. It's a great opener. Nice strong back, core, your shoulders. Keeping all that super engaged. Very good. I'm just enjoying this opening feeling. Now you're gonna inhale and keep your shoulders and elbows, or I'm sorry, your elbows where they are, and bring your shoulders over your elbows, and then flatten your belly, flatten your feet, and now you're in Sphinx pose. And so you're feeling your heart open and lift, your shoulders creating length between your ears, gaze forward, your thighs are engaged, your lower core is engaged, and you're drawing your elbows like you're creating some traction on your elbows from the mat back to you. Okay? And a few breaths here. And again, keep that core engaged so you're protecting your low back. Very good. Now, you can bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your back toes. You're gonna lift, keep your knees on the ground, and then you're gonna stick your bum back and come back into your down dog. Very good. A few solid breaths here. Just feeling if there's a difference in your legs from before, from the first time we took it. And now you're going to slowly walk your feet up, up, up to your hands into your forward fold. And a few breaths here. Very good. Another inhale. You can move your head a little bit left to right. Super. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shin. Exhale, forward fold. There you go. Your next inhale, slowly rolling up. Very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, into mountain pose. Very good. Next inhale, arms sweep out and open and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Super. Now you're going to ground down into your right foot, slowly lifting your left heel and bringing your left foot out behind you for a lunge on the right side. And with all things grace, so we're not just throwing our legs out and bumping all over the place. So we're trying to stay controlled within these movements. Again, that back leg nice and strong, keeping your hips both pointing forward. So drawing that left hip forward, sinking deep into the right foot or right leg. Very good. Shoulders spread, nice and forward. Well done. Open in the chest. Inhale, lift and up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. Super job, guys. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. Opening the chest but protecting your low back. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, cactus. Super. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower your hands. Very good. And from here, we're going to keep that left hand on the ground, and then you're going to peel very slowly your right arm up and open. Very good, guys. And you're trying to keep your right knee towards your midline. Super job. And exhale that hand back out. Very good. From here, back to plank. You're going to slowly lower your knees. And you're going to push your hips back over your knees. Coming back into that puppy position. Very good. And a few breaths here. Awesome. Good. Now slowly shifting forward. So pushing with your hips, core engaged to bring your shoulders over your elbows, then lowering your hips, flattening your feet, and back into Sphinx. And again, this is active with your lower belly. Your thighs are engaged, and you're actively drawing your elbows back. So you should feel like you're trying to drag the mat to you. And then smiling. Because who doesn't think Sphinxes are awesome? So now you're regal. Very good. One more inhale and open and lift the heart. Then exhale, you're going to lower onto the mat with your hands under your shoulders and resting one cheek on the mat, feet flat. And on your next inhale, keeping your hands under your shoulders, you're going to lift into a mini cobra. So just peeling your chest up. That's it. And then exhale, lower. Super. Inhale, peeling your chest. So it's kind of like a flat version of Sphinx. And exhale, lower. One more. Inhale. And exhale, lower. And you can take your hands and create a little pillow for your head and take a few breaths here. I just know a lot of us are spending a lot of time on computers right now. And so trying to work our upper body a bit more to help alleviate the downward gaze and curl of our shoulders. That's why we're doing a little bit more of that today. Very good. All right, next inhale, you're going to bring your arms back behind your lower back and interlace your fingers. And nice strong core. You're going to inhale and draw your shoulders back behind you. And exhale, lower. Very good. Inhale, pull your hands back, draw your shoulders together. And exhale, lower. Very good. Just one more, guys. Inhale, peel the shoulders back, draw with your arms. And exhale, lower. Very good. Bringing your arms back under as a pillow and turning your head to the opposite side from where it was before. And you have an option to go deeper here. We'll do one more, and you can either do your mini cobra, you can do the arms interlaced behind you, or if you want, you can do wheel, where you get your arms behind you, kind of grab your ankles, and then you kick into your feet. Very good. And then lower slowly. And if you've done bow, rather, you're going to slowly let go of your feet so that you don't slingshot them into the ground. We're trying really hard to avoid slingshotting our body, as you guys can probably tell. Super. So now hands back under your shoulders, tuck those toes. You're going to take an inhale and lift and peel over the knees, push back into down dog. Very good. Super. From here, you're going to actually take your hands and walk them back to your feet. Super. And uncurl very slowly here into mountain pose. Very good. Take an inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands back down, and slowly melt back into a forward fold, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time here. Really good. Super. A few breaths here, finding space by your thighs for your stomach, keeping length between your shoulders and your ears. Now slowly unpeel, one vertebrae at a time, coming to standing. Very ragdoll-y. Very good. Into mountain pose. Awesome. And from here, you're going to take that left foot, step forward, and turn to the long side of your mat, so into a wide-legged stance. Very good. Super. From here, you're going to take your arms out in front of you, and then to your hips. Inhale, stretch up to find length. Exhale, you're going to hinge forward very slowly, hinging forward, controlling your upper body, tight core, to a forward fold here, and then allowing your arms to come to the ground. And we're just activating different parts of our legs here. On an inhale, plant your hands under your shoulders, lengthen for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Very good. Now you're going to inhale, lengthen. And then you're going to slowly walk your hands over to your right side. And exhale, fold. Keeping your legs straight. Super. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold in the center. Inhale, lengthen in the center to a halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands over to your left side and fold. Really good, guys. Super. Back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold in the center. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands over to the right. Exhale, fold. Super. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands to the center. Fold in the center. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands to the left. Fold left. Super. Inhale, halfway. Back to center. Fold. Good. We're just going to get a tiny bit deeper. Inhale. Walk your hands to your right. And then you're going to bend your right knee, coming to like half squat type thing. Left foot, toes pointing up so that left foot is engaged. Really good. We're just waking up these parts of the body. Super. Very good, guys. Inhale nice and tall. Very good. Very nice. Inhale, you're going to come back up to center. Walking across. Exhale, bend the left leg. Right foot engaged, toes pointing to the ceiling. Good job. We'll take a few breaths here. Very good. Now, in your next inhale, you're actually just going to turn and come back into that low lunge. Your left foot is forward, so you're just rotating to the front of your mat. Awesome. And from here, you're going to drop your right knee and bring your hands to your knee, your left knee. Super. Inhale your arms up. And exhale to hold. We're just getting a little bit more of that chest opening, back opening. Very good. That right leg, right hips. Very good. And exhale, lower. And from here, Keeping your right knee on the ground, we're going to modify a lizard. So you're just going to take your left foot and heel toe it out to the side of your mat and bring your left hand just inside of that. Okay? All you're going to do is flatten out your back foot. Very good. Super. You guys are doing really well. Good job. Really good. Super. And we stay in lizard a little longer. It's a deeper stretch. So just focusing on your breath, breathing into the areas where you might feel some tension. If you'd like to go deeper, you can come down onto your elbows from here. There's no pressure to do this. This is your practice. There's always a little balance between ease and effort with yoga, but as a rule, if it pinches, you should abort mission. And staying with your breath. Very good. And then if you're down on your elbows, inhaling back up to your hands. Super. And then you're going to exhale, bring that foot back in the middle. So just heel toe it back. Inhale, find a little bit of length. And then exhale, shoot your hips back into a half split. Very good. Inhale, coming forward again. Well done. You're going to tuck that back foot and you're going to lift and come back into your wide angle that you're still low. You guys are killing it. I know this is a beginner class. Well done. You're going to inhale. Now you're going to pivot to the right so that your right foot is now facing what is probably the back of your room. And then drop your left knee, coming up, putting your hands on your right knee. Super. Inhale, stretch up and back. Very good. Finding your breath here. Nice and stable, strong with your right leg. Right leg is drawing to the center. So really using your big right toe. Very good. And then exhale, lowering your hands. You're going to heel toe your right foot out to the edge of the mat and flatten your left foot down. Coming into lizard on the right side. And focusing on your breath here. Really good, guys. Option to go deeper if it's in your practice. You can come down to your elbows, but noticing there's usually a difference between the right and the left and honoring that. Just staying with your breath. Keeping the inside edge of your right foot engaged on the mat so that it's not just peeling away from you. Very good. And inhaling, if you've gone a little deeper, bringing your hands back under your shoulders. And then you're going to tiptoe, heel toe that foot back in. On your inhale, find length in your spine, eyes forward. On your exhale, shoot your hips back and a half split. Inhale that forward. Very good. And then tucking your back foot and coming back through your wide-legged. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Very good. Hands come to your hips. You're going to inhale, slowly hinging back up to standing. Yeah, good job, guys. Super. Inhale, arms come up. On your exhale, you're bending the knees and bending your arms like you're holding two trays. Like little goddess here. And you can take a tiny little bit of movement left and right if it feels good. Inhale up, wide and open. Exhale one more time down. Very good. Inhale up. And you're going to step to the front of your mat. Super. It'll take a second to ground down here. Inhale and exhale. Very good. On your next inhale, you guys are going to stay at the top of your mat, just so you can see. You're just going to peel your right heel off the ground and straighten your right leg out in front of you. Super. So it's a little bit of a balancing movement. Arms stay nice and strong, chest is engaged, core is engaged, hips are staying even. And just notice this is something that you can do throughout your day. It helps bring attention to your body. Just noticing where the little wiggles are coming in. Yep, like that. The little wiggles. Super. And then you're going to open up to your side like a star. And then exhale that back down. Super. A grounding breath. So inhale. Exhale, grounding down into your right foot, peeling your left foot, nice and strong with your left foot, and lifting that heel. Very good. So your foot is engaged. You can feel both thighs working, your hips engaged. Super. Shoulders nice and stable. I'm trying to pick something across the room that's not moving to help keep your upper body from wiggling too much. Very good. And inhale, open to a star. And exhale back to mountain. Very good. From here, inhale, arms open and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, you're going to step or hop into plank, however you want to. Very good. Core nice and engaged. This stuff's a super important movement. A few breaths in plank. Very good. Very good job, guys. Yeah, stick with it. Stick with it. Yeah, you got it. I know Super's like, you said beginner. Good. Inhale, a little more length in your neck. Exhale, lower your knees. Shift your hips back into child pose. So your hips are going to come to your heels. You can have your knees wide on the mat or close together, up to you, whatever is comfortable. Really good. And this is a great place to come back to your intention and remind yourself of what you set for your practice. And finding stillness here. And an even breath, your inhales and your exhales being the same length. Super. Very good. Your next inhale, you're going to work your way into your tabletop. And you're just going to cross your ankles behind you. Sit back and use that to get your feet back in front of you. It's a trick of the trade. And then if you did like I did, you're going to worm your way back up to the top of the mat. Super. So nice and engaged here. So your thighs engaged. You're actively trying to push your whole leg down to the mat. Feet strong and engaged. Toes are probably pointing out and flaring a little bit. Back nice and tall. Hands come under your shoulders and you're stretching up and lifting. Very good. And then here you can take like just a couple inches back with both hands and just opening that chest again. Very good. So inhale, open. Exhale, forward again. Inhale, open and back. Exhale, forward. Super. Keep those feet engaged. Inhale, open. Exhale, forward. Super. Now inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. And it can be you're allowing your back to round. So it can be that you bend your knees as much as you need to. It could be that you grab your feet It can be that you grab your shins. There's no judgment here. On your inhales, you can come out of the position just a couple degrees, find some length, and your exhale fold deeper. And that way it becomes a dynamic movement. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. That's it. Inhale, lengthen. One more. Exhale, lower. Really good. Now inhale, slowly curling back up to a straight back. Awesome. Hands under your shoulders. Now you're going to take your right foot, bend your right knee, and it's going to be a little bit like the twist we started with. So your right foot stays flat on the ground, your left foot is engaged. And inhale your arms straight up, and then turn to the right. Right hand down behind you. Your left elbow comes to the outside of your knee. Yeah, very good. And again, on your inhales, finding some length. And your exhale, twisting a little deeper. Keeping your left foot engaged. Inhale, find length. Exhale, deeper. Very good. Super job, guys. Good. And keeping your legs where they are, you're going to inhale your arms back up to center. And you're just going to turn and twist just a tiny bit to the left. Just a small little counter. Super. Inhale back to center. You're going to switch your legs. Inhaling that left leg up to you. You can use your hands to draw that in and snug it in a little bit if you need to. Keeping your left foot planted on the ground. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, turn left and twist. Right elbow hooks behind your knee. Left hand comes behind you. Gazing over your left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Good. Keeping your chest nice and open and broad here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Super. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Yeah, really good. All right, inhale up. Exhale, twisting a little bit to the right, just as a counter. And then back to center. Super. And nice and straighten out in front of you. From here, you're going to slowly make your way to your back. So you take your arms straight out in front of you. And you're going to slowly lower, slowly, slower, like one vertebrae at a time. All the way. There you go. Super. Put myself back on my mat. From here, you're going to lift your right leg straight up in the air. And then you're going to bring your right ankle to your left thigh. And then you're going to use your left arm to pull that whole thing over to the side so you're twisting to the left. Right arm is straight like a T and you're gazing over your right. That left hand is putting a little pressure on your knee, on the outside of your leg rather, to help deepen the twist. Really good. Notice your breath slowing down a little here. Keeping your right shoulder on the ground. Very good. Inhaling back to the center. Oh, and you're going to keep that right knee up and draw it up into your right armpit. And then lifting your forehead to your knee. A few breaths here. Left leg is engaged. Core is engaged. Super. And exhale and lower that right leg. Well done. Good. Inhale your left leg straight up. Exhale your left heel to your right thigh. Right hand draws it over to a twist. Left arm out like a T and your gaze is over your left hand. Try to keep your left shoulder on the ground. Breathing with intention here. Noticing if there's any areas that have tension and breathing into those as your breath is starting to slow. Very good. Inhaling back to center, keeping a hold of that left knee. Both hands to your knee, drawing the knee into your left armpit and bringing your forehead up. Right foot is engaged and strong. Right leg is strong. Core is engaged. Keeping length with your shoulders and your ears. So you're not just scrunching up there. You're finding length and engagement. So your chest is still actually quite open. Very good. Super. Good job, guys. One more. Tighten and then exhale, open and let that go. Very good. And now your next inhale, you bring your both legs straight in the air with a little bit of bend in your knees, bottoms of the feet holding up the ceiling, both arms straight in the air. This is probably my favorite name for a pose, called dead bug. I think it just cracks me up. You can't help but feel a little bit like a child when you're doing this. Like you kind of immediately get sent back to your 5-year-old innocence. So just smile a little bit, realize you look a little goofy. Your dog's probably wondering what you're doing. And while you're up here feeling that restorative nature of having your feet elevated and that it's allowing your pelvis to settle into the ground as well, while looking silly and giggling, which is actually the key. That's the key to life and to yoga. Very good. From here, you're going to my actual favorite pose, and you're just going to bend your knees a little further and grab your feet on the outside of your feet. So your elbows kind of the inside of your knees, your hands on the outside of your feet, coming into happy baby. And if you felt silly before, let it all out here, because the more you move in this pose, I find the better it is. So if you have some tension in your hip flexors, for example, you can just stretch one leg, stretch the other. You can roll around, stretch the whole thing off to the side. Whatever final movements you need to feel good about going into our final resting pose of Shavasana. So we'll just take a few more breaths here. Awesome. And when you're ready, you can release your happy baby into your final resting pose, allowing your legs to find length on the mat and your feet to kind of fall off the side. Your palms are facing up. You have some room for your arms away from your body so that everything is just relaxing. You're going to take a big inhale here. And exhale, open mouth, sigh it out. Kind of like how we started. I'm going to inhale here. Exhale, open mouth, sigh it out. Good. You guys can allow your eyes to close. One more inhale. And exhale, open mouth, sigh it out. Very good. And as you're coming to your final resting pose, just noticing the little feels in your body. Letting go of your attention to your breath and becoming aware of the sensation of the air on your skin and the sensation of the mat under your body. Feeling completely supported by the mat and comfortable in the knowledge that you no longer have to hold yourself up, that your body will hold itself up and the mat will support that. And all the effort you put in for this last practice, you can let go of. and letting your body integrate the movements and the moving of energy through your body. And then inhale, and then exhale, let it go. Whatever thoughts cross your mind, just acknowledge that it's a thought and let it pass. That is actually the mind's job, is to just create thoughts. To say, thank you, thoughts. Thank you, body. I'm on timeout. Enjoying the stillness that you've created and the space that you've created and the quiet. And just let go. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana longer, please do. This is your practice. Stay as long as you'd like. Rest as long as you'd like. If you're ready, keeping your eyes closed to honor the space that you've created, you're going to slowly roll to your right side with your knees bent, supporting your head with your right arm like a pillow. A few breaths here, giving your body a chance to slowly consider being upright. And on your next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, slowly working your way to a comfortable seated position. Honoring the space that you've created. So trust yourself. There's nothing to see. Keep your eyes closed. Stay in that space just a little longer for yourself. From here, do just a tiny bit of breath work, much like what we started. It's just going to be the inhale, the exhale on the 4 count. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 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 2, 3, 4. And continuing on your own breath. As you guys go through your day, trying to get used to the new normal, know that this space is available to you. Even just lifting one leg off the ground and balancing and bringing your awareness to that will change the way you go through your day. Doing this little breathing exercise before you have to get on a phone call or conference call, or when you're trying to teach your kids math that none of us grew up learning. Just find some time to create this space for yourself. And above all, be kind to yourself about it. So remember, if you start getting a little negative self-doubting, remember that space that you felt when you did dead bug and how goofy that was. Do that. I just want to see a whole bunch of people in corporate videos doing dead bug. You inhale. You exhale your hands heart center. Thank you guys for spending the time with me. Thank you so much for joining me. It's absolutely my pleasure. And I hope you guys have a fabulous evening. Namaste. Thank you guys. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. We're still here.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.